my confident and honest Aries friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Aries, there is a quiet restlessness moving beneath your surface this week. You may notice it in the way your mind circles back to certain questions, or in how you hold your shoulders a bit tighter than usual when no one's watching. It's not a loud feeling, not the kind that shouts for attention, but more like a persistent hum, a sense that something about your current situation doesn't quite fit. You want to be certain, to feel the rush of clarity that only comes with action, yet there's a hesitation within you. Perhaps you sense a gap between the energy you're known for and the moment you find yourself inhabiting. There's a flicker of doubt that surprises you, not because you're unfamiliar with uncertainty, but because you're usually so good at pushing through it. Now, though, it lingers, asking you to pause. You might find yourself searching for reasons, for the source of what feels unspoken or unresolved. Maybe it's a longing to be seen for more than your drive, or the subtle ache of knowing that something new is calling you, even if you can't yet name what it is. The week opens with this tension, an itch, a yearning, an urge to claim a deeper confidence while a part of you still wonders if you're ready to take the next step. That inner landscape comes into sharper focus when you consider who you are right now. The Queen of Wands steps forward not as a label, but as a mirror for the layers of your emotional state. There's a core of self-assurance within you, a fire that is unmistakably yours. It's not about bravado or outward displays, but about the quiet conviction that you can handle what comes your way. You hold yourself with a certain poise, even when doubt knocks at the door. People sense this in you. They are drawn to your warmth, your ability to light up a room just by being fully present. And yet, the very source of your magnetism can sometimes become a burden. You feel the pressure to maintain your spark, to always be the motivator, the one who inspires others to move. There's an unspoken expectation that you will keep the energy flowing, even if it means setting aside your own needs, your own questions. This week, you might become more aware of that tension, the subtle push and pull between being true to yourself and living up to what others see in you. It brings a kind of vulnerability, a sense that your usual confidence has grown more complex. You start to recognize how much of your strength comes from being willing to confront what's real, even when it's uncomfortable. There's a longing to reconnect with the wildness at your center, the part of you that acts from desire rather than obligation. You notice how easy it is to slip into roles, to perform certainty, but beneath it all, your heart wants authenticity. The Queen of Wands reminds you that your power isn't diminished by uncertainty. It's revealed in how you hold yourself when you're not entirely sure. You find yourself standing at the crossroads of what's expected of you and what you actually want. The tension is real, but so is the courage that lives quietly in your bones, waiting for you to trust it. This inner state, alive with both confidence and discomfort, sets the stage for the week's unfolding. You don't simply drift into your path. Each choice, even the smallest, is colored by the way you're holding your own energy. The longing for something more, the urge to step out of the familiar, grows stronger precisely because you're so attuned to your own emotional weather. The restlessness you feel isn't a sign of weakness, but a signal that change is stirring just beneath the surface. It's as if your deeper self is nudging you forward, illuminating the spaces in your life where you've grown too accustomed to playing the same role. The path ahead starts to take shape in response to the friction within you. Every moment you hesitate, every time you wonder if it's time to let go of what's comfortable, you're already shaping the week that's to come. The choices you face aren't random, they arise from the very tension you're experiencing. In this way, your inner world doesn't just influence your outer world, it calls it into being. This is where the Eight of Cups enters the picture. The path before you is marked by movement, by an urge to leave something behind, not out of bitterness, but from a quiet recognition that you've gone as far as you can in a particular direction. There's a subtle but persistent pressure, a sense that the old rhythms no longer satisfy. You might feel this as a growing impatience with routines that once felt grounding, or as a gentle disillusionment with situations that have lost their meaning. It's not dramatic, but it is steady. You notice the friction between what you used to want and what calls to you now. There's a momentum building, one that asks you to be honest about your own needs. The path isn't always clear. Sometimes the next step is simply admitting that you're ready for something different. The world around you continues on, but you find yourself quietly distancing from what no longer feels right. Relationships, projects, or even old ambitions, anything that no longer nourishes your spirit, starts to feel heavier. You recognize that staying would mean denying a deeper truth about who you are becoming. The friction of the week doesn't come from conflict with others, but from the inner pressure to honor what's real for you. As you move through your days, you might sense the subtle ache of nostalgia for what you're leaving behind, even as you know it's time. The Eight of Cups is not about escape. It's about making space for the next chapter, even if you're not sure what it will hold. The path, then, is one of quiet courage, one step at a time, guided by the growing clarity within. The potential waiting on the other side of this journey isn't automatic. It depends on your willingness to meet the moment with your eyes open. Change doesn't just happen to you, it asks something of you. The week's momentum, shaped by your emotional honesty, opens the door to new possibilities, but only if you choose to cross the threshold consciously. If you move through these days on autopilot, the deeper invitation might pass you by. But if you hold space for your own uncertainty, if you let yourself be changed by what you're feeling, the potential becomes real. It's a quiet kind of bravery, choosing to engage with the unknown rather than turning away. In this way, your growth is not a given, it's an unfolding, shaped by each moment of awareness. The path is yours to walk, but the quality of your experience is shaped by how present you are to what's actually happening inside you. Here, the Eight of Pentacles arrives as both a reflection and an invitation. The ground beneath you feels more solid as you lean into the work of becoming yourself. This card doesn't promise instant results or grand transformation. Instead, it points to the value of steady effort, of showing up for your own growth with patience. You begin to notice how each small choice builds on the last. There's a satisfaction that comes from tending to the details of your own process, from letting yourself learn as you go. Mistakes aren't failures, they are part of the rhythm of practicing a new way of being. The potential of the week lives in those everyday moments when you choose honesty over habit, presence over performance. You discover that the work of honoring yourself is ongoing, not a single leap but a series of mindful steps. The Eight of Pentacles invites you to see your own growth as a craft, something you shape with intention and care. It's not about perfection or reaching a finish line. It's about the sense of fulfillment that comes from being real with yourself, from allowing your journey to unfold at its own pace. In this space, you recognize that your true power lies not in avoiding discomfort, but in meeting it with a steady heart. The invitation is simple but profound. Tend to what matters, and let your own sincerity be the foundation for what comes next. As the week comes full circle, the story woven by the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles becomes clear. Your journey begins with the quiet fire at your center, the confidence that lives just beneath the surface even when you're unsure. This inner strength doesn't shield you from discomfort, it gives you the resilience to notice what's real and to respond honestly. The path asks you to listen to the restless longing for something more, to recognize when it's time to let go of what no longer fits. There's courage in admitting that you're ready to move forward, even if you can't see the whole path ahead. You honor what's ending, not with regret but with gratitude for what it's taught you. On the other side, you find yourself called to engage with your own growth in a new way, not as a performance but as a practice. The work of becoming isn't flashy or sudden, it's made of small, conscious choices repeated with care. Each card speaks to a different aspect of your experience this week: the confidence you carry, the honesty required to let go, and the patience needed to build something new. The resolution is gentle but unmistakable. You are not lost in transition, you are learning to trust the momentum of your own becoming. There's reassurance in knowing that your path is shaped, not by certainty, but by the integrity with which you meet each moment. Whatever unfolds, you are more than equal to it. Actionable insights for Aries this week. Let honesty make space for what no longer feels right. Try spending a few moments noticing what feels satisfying in your daily routine. Let yourself pause before saying yes, just to check in with what you truly want. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I feel the pulse of my own truth. I honor what is changing within me. Every moment I choose to show up for myself. I trust the steps I am taking now. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.